Yeah, so we'll give a couple of minutes, maybe exactly 2 minutes. I'll read through my little script here and we'll read this again in 2 minutes. This is a super impromptu live with Dan D. Tonight I'm doing a live read-through of a series of texts posted to Reddit by a user claiming to be Lana's sister. I have not done any independent verification of the material, but it is available on the Sarah Boone Continued thread if you want to read for yourself. The first message shows a timestamp of Monday, April 7th at 0750. Okay, it takes 45 seconds to read that. I wonder, should I just start reading? No, we'll give it a second. Do 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 do. I'll just keep rereading this first one until someone comes in. Okay, so here we go. Monday, April 7th, 7:50. Looks like AM, might be military time. This could be PM. We have our first person. All right, here we go. Here's our read. From Lana. Oh yeah, and Sarah Boone and I are done. It's all over. Response, why's that? She tried to control me. Response, oh? Hang on one sec. Response, no worries. I'm at work just steering the well, so I'm here all day. Do your thing, with a smiley face. Lana returns. Back. I had to say goodbye to Dan. He's off to work. Response, oh, no worries. Lana. Anyways, there's a content creator who initially wanted me to go on her channel and interview. I declined, but we had started chatting and she is a really nice person. Problem is, her channel is pretty anti-Sarah Boone, as is most out there. I made the mistake of telling Sarah that I was chatting with her. I had told her about the invite and that I wasn't interested in doing it. Out of the blue, she says, if you keep speaking to her, I will never speak to you again. I stopped cold and said, no ultimatums. Don't give me an ultimatum. She tried to backpedal, called me sensitive. I told her that I can have friendships with whom I choose, and it doesn't matter whose side they're on. Maybe I could win their opinion, etc., etc. She was not having it. So I said, maybe let's cool off and talk about it in a few days. She wouldn't talk to me for a month. Response. I mean, she was kind of known for being a control freak already, firing all her lawyers, wasn't she? Lana. Before she left, she accused me of game playing, of not doing my best, whatever that meant. Yep. Anyways, I happened to have been on a live chat and someone knew I was Lana on there and asked me the question of whether I still thought she was innocent. I answered that I used to until I heard about the bat. Hello, chatters. I'm going to just try and stay on my read here, but at the end we can do a little bit of wrap up and I'll definitely address anything that comes up. Thank you for coming, Deb, Paula. So yeah, we're in the middle of Lana's text. This is only, I think we've got about 40, 50 screenshots to read through here. So this is pretty interesting. It's all on the Sarah Boone Continued thread on Reddit. So if you want to see it for yourself, it's there, but I saw it and wanted to share it with you guys immediately. So we'll go back to Lana. She's explaining about being asked about whether Sarah was innocent. She answers, I answered that I used to until I heard about the bat. Well, another friend of Sarah's who thrives on drama took a screenshot of my comments in the live and then sent them to Sarah, including my saying hi to the content creator she told me not to talk to. This is so middle school crap. Anyways, she sends me the nastiest mean crap letter I have ever seen. Called me traitor, grime queen, rotten. Tried to tell me to cease and desist all mention of her or our friendship, and tried to tell me that everyone was mad at me, etc. I told her goodbye. I was nice about it, but it was like I had woken up. Response: keep typing, I'm reading. I just have to do a quick interpretation of this well. Give me like 5 minutes. Lana: it's plan. It's okay. That could have just been a correction. It's okay, she repeats. Anyway, her flying monkey, who had tattled, came onto the comments trying to yell at me. And I told her that my friendship with Sarah was not her business, and she wasn't doing her any good by pot stirring and drama. Anyways, so there it is. So people know I was Sarah's friend. Some hate me for it. Some believe I was some vulnerable handicapped person. Either way, I don't care. I am free. Response: just caught up. Well, it sounds like a good thing you don't talk to her anymore. But I don't know anything about a bat. But I also haven't really followed the case. Got a link on the chat with the tattletale? Lana: I didn't know about it until the trial. It doesn't exist anymore. The live chat deletes after the live stream is done. That's why she was screenshotting me rapid fire. Response: gotcha. Lana: oh, forgot one. Oh, forgot one component. This next part, I can't tell many people. Certainly not the public, for obvious reasons. She had a documentary producers we were working with. When things went south, they contacted me, asking if I was still willing to interview. I told them as long as I would not be vilified. Well, they just let me know 2 important things. 1, the doc is dead in the water. No production company wants to fund it as they believe Sarah is guilty as hell. And now I'm not her friend. Response: you need to be careful. People with nothing to lose will happily sue. You just got on your feet financially recently. Don't let her disrupt that. That's just my 2 cents. Lana continues. 2, they still want to work with me on other projects, including one on kidney disease. And I totally understand. But she can't travel to Minnesota. Oh, hold on, that's a bit of a skip. Okay, she can't travel to Minnesota and she would have to sue. For it is not, and now it gets into a little bit, so these are some Bible quotes, so I'll just quickly say hello to the chat. Hello, Danny, Ada B, Addie, Paula, Sharon. Okay, a lot of people in here. Fantastic. Yeah, total 6th grade stuff here. Okay, fantastic. We'll continue. I'm going to read these a little faster because they're Bible passages and I don't know that we can put a lot of interpretation on them. For it is not an enemy who reproaches me, then I could bear it. But it was you, a woman my equal, my companion, and my acquaintance. We took sweet counsel together and walked in the house of God in the throng. Psalm 55, 12, 14, treachery of friends. All day they twist my words and their thoughts are against me for evil. They gather together, they hide, they mark my steps. When they lie in wait for my life, in God I will praise his word. In the Lord I will praise his word. In God I have put my trust. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? That's from Psalm 56, 5, 6, 10, 11, relief from tormentors. A fool's voice is known by her many words. Ecclesiastes 5:3, keep your vows. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts great things. See how great a forest a little fire kindles. It is an unruly evil full of deadly poison. With it we bless our God and Father, and with it we curse men, my brethren. These things ought not to be so. That's from James 3:5, 8 to 10, the untamable tongue. Oh, this looks like it's no longer a Bible passage. So stop trying. Oh, okay, so this is the letter that Sarah sent her. So she started it with all of the Bible passages. Makes sense. Okay, so now we get into her original content. Stop trying so hard to get your grimy followers to like you with all your comments and insight about me. It's embarrassing. Maybe you can give grimy new bestie Tanika pointers on how to breastfeed her almost 5-year-old better while she's online reading your comments about me. It's sad, Lana, how you've stooped this low and ended up this way. And all the world sees I've stopped communicating with you. You're a traitor. And that comment when someone asks you why, no, add that comment when someone asks you why. And I never asked you for a dime. You added money to my county account in hopes that I'd be your new friend, like Tanika is now. How much did you give her? So sad you're a liar too, just like the rest of them. Conformist. And even after she bashed you online live, are you that desperate? No matter to me. This next part is in all caps. I am formally demanding that you cease and desist discussing anything about me, my son, my cases, my life with YouTuber Tanika. Stop talking about me as a whole and in every way. Back to regular capitalization. You're rotten, Lana. Cut and paste this message to all your grimies. Queen Grime herself. Shame on you. And then Lana adds a new text that says, happy reading, LOL. Don't show Mom. I told her about all this, but she'll want to charge into the internet. Response, nah, I won't show Mom. You can't demand people stop talking about a public case. Lana responds, nope. Response, she's been adjudicated guilty. She has no leg to stand on. Lana, and I was 100% part of the friendship too. I have the right to talk about whatever I feel like. Response, funny how they all cling to religion in prison. Lana, yeah, and I love the little touch of feminizing them. Response, send her back the psychological definition of narcissism and misogyny. Lana, calling me a fool? Okay. Response, she sounds like a sociopath. No emotion for anyone but herself. Lana, quite true. I was the one who got her team of lawyers and her shot at a trial. I was the one who got her the producers who sent her a lot of resources and spent a lot of time and energy on her. I made sure her appeal went through when it got stalled. I was the absolute wrong person for her to mistreat. But she couldn't help herself. I couldn't tell her I no longer thought she was 100% innocent. Response, what was the deal with that bat? Lana, I could still fight for her appeal because I believe she should have manslaughter, but the bat made the issue quite different. She said in the trial that George got his arm out of the suitcase and was trying to get free. She said she picked up the bat and jabbed his arm back inside. Untrue. His arms and fingers were fine. I got a hold of the autopsy, and his head and shoulders were bashed to shit. I didn't tell her that. Response, she started thumping on him, huh? Lana, I'd seen the autopsy. Yep. She lied on the stand. Response, did the coroners point out the discrepancy? Lana, yes, they did. I know why Sarah was so terrified of my talking to Tanika. She was afraid I would see. And now that's the end of part 1 of 2 of the screenshots, but I will quickly go to part 2. Yeah, there won't be any delay here. I see lots of people. Yeah, 19 here in chat. Yeah, continue talking amongst yourselves. I'm going to stay on point here. She was afraid I would see the autopsy and medical reports. She was afraid my opinions would change. Her nastygram was a fight or flight response. This is sister's response, not me repeating the last word. I mean, it's all public record. I would expect a friend who is helping me in my case to dig and be thorough. Lana, that's what I was doing. Response. Oh well, at least you found out now instead of much later. Lana. James, her lawyer, and I used to have these 3 a.m. chats, and I asked him during the trial if it was true about the bat, if she really messed him up with it. He said it was true, but do not ever talk to Sarah about it, because her response to me would incriminate her, and it would mess with her appeal. Well, I apologized to her, and apologized for not telling her my opinion had changed in private. With her, let me reread that. Well, I responded to her, and apologized for not telling her my opinion had changed in private with her first, but I was not able to. I'm still not supposed to. But she couldn't let it go. So hopefully she didn't hurt her appeal by mixing it up with me. I still don't hate her. I'm not vindictive. She should leave me alone, and I'll go my own way. It's about to get a lot worse in her life. Response. 1 second. Interp. Lana, I think she will lose her appeal and spend life in prison. And then she says okay to the 1 second interruption. Response back. And then there's a little schematic drawing of, I don't understand. It looks like some kind of engineering thing. It must be the work the sister does. So she's explaining that in this next text. We hit a fault, so I'm trying to figure out where we are. The black line is where we have drilled. The blue line is seismic data, and the green shaded area is my target zone. Lana responds, sorry, I didn't mean to distract you while you're working. Wow. Nah, it's no distraction, is the response. Lana comes back with, so now you know. There are some people who want me to write a book and donate the proceeds to George's family. Response, yeesh. Next time, buy a dog from the SPCA if you want a friend from jail. Lana, right. Of course, the dog could bite me too. LOL. Response, I wouldn't write a book. You only knew her for a year. Lana, no, I don't want to. But I guess a lot of people want to hear what I have to say. She is a novelty. Response, start a blog. A limited one. Write it out, then lock it. Then folks will know. Lana, Sherilyn Carley wrote a book about Chris Watts after visiting him a few times and getting a few letters. Then in a separate message, write. Response, I don't know who they are. Lana responds, Sherilyn Cadle, she corrects it from Carly. Nobody, but she made a lot of money writing a book. Plus, Dylan Talmam, who spent 6 months with him, wrote a couple that sold a lot. I had a year, and we spoke for a lot of the time with calls and messages. I could pull it off, but ugh. And that's UGH for anyone who's spelling at home. Ugh. I think that's how you pronounce it. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Response, why not? Go for it. Lana, no, that's the kind of thing. She didn't say nah, but I'm interpreting that. Sorry, less reaction, more read. That's the sort of thing that she'd try and sue me over. I think you're right. Narcissists try and rope people back in. Response: how you feeling lately? How's your health? Lana: I'm feeling pretty good today. Kinda tired, but feeling well. How are you? I know some point in the past you were dealing with some A1C stuff. I hope that's no longer the case. I really don't want you in the chair next to me at dialysis. Response: I'm good. No issues. And that's it. That's the messages. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll upload this. People can listen to it at their convenience. This will stay as a public service announcement. Thank you for joining me. If anyone has any questions, I'll stay on for another couple of minutes while I scroll through to see if there was any questions. But well, thank you, everyone. Yeah, so again, just as a follow-up, these are all available on Reddit. It was sarahboonecontinued is the name of the thread. That's all one word. The user is a confederacy of dunces. She claims to be Lana's sister. I haven't done any independent verification, but they are just the screenshots. It's not like it's been retyped or reformatted in any way. You can see, the little picture of Lana in the middle. You can see that the time is progressing the way you would expect time to progress from that sort of a message. You can see the battery depleting, all that sort of thing. So there's a few details that lead to it feeling authentic. Plus, it does corroborate with things that we do know from the public record too. So check it out for yourselves. I think that, let's see, remember to like, Addie, you're sweet. So just double tap the screen if you're trying to figure out how to like this stream. But, don't do it just because I asked. But if you want to, that's the way to do it. Yeah, and the only reason this is coming up now is because the sister, I think, is trying to defend her honor based on everything that's coming out from other parties. So there's very interesting discussion threads as well. I'm not going to get into all of this. There's no explanation for it. All it says, let's see, so what the user says who uploaded it, hopefully this clears a few things up. I'll do my best to answer anything I know. But knowing my sister, she was sincere in wanting to help and sincere in backing off when she knew the truth. My family urged her not to write a book or talk to a documentary crew, so I'm glad that never happened. I think that's about all I can report on here. No, part two, I read part one and part two from, so this is all the ones that are uploaded. All the messages in part one, I guess that was her cap of screenshots. And then there's about half as many in the part two post. So that's it. I'm going to end the stream. Let you guys do whatever you were doing before you came here. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, we can talk about it in the comments after in the replay crew. Thank you again. Love you all for being here. And yeah, hope this went well. Cheers. How do I end this? I don't know how to end it. Maybe I just hit the plus button again? Nope. Maybe the X. Yes.